The Bicol Region, also known simply as Bicol, is a region of the Philippines, designated as Region V. Bicol comprises 6 provinces, 4 on the Bicol Peninsula: Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Sorsogon, and the island provinces of Catanduanes and Masbate. The regional center and largest city is Legazpi City, Albay. The region is bounded by the Lamon Bay to the north, Philippine Sea to the east, and the Sibuyan Sea in Ragay Gulf to the west. The northernmost provinces, Camarines Norte and Camarines Sur, are bordered to the west by the province of Quezon. Geography. The Bicol region comprises the southern part of Luzon, the largest island in the Philippine archipelago. The total land area is 5.9% of the total land area of the country. Around 69.3% of the total land area is alienable and disposable, while the remaining 30.7% is public forest areas. History. The Bicol region was known as Ibalan, variously interpreted to derive from Abaleo, to bring to the other side, Ibalan, people from the other side, or people who are hospitable and give visitors gifts to bring home, or as a corruption of Jaibalong, a sitio of Magallanes. Sorsogon, where the Spaniards first landed in 1567. The Bicol River was first mentioned in Spanish documents in 1572. The region was also called Los Camarines after the huts found by the Spaniards in Camalig, Albay. No prehistoric animal fossils have been discovered in Bicol, and the peopling of the region remains obscure. The ETA from Camarines Sur to Sorsogon strongly suggests that Aborigines lived there long ago, but earliest evidence is of Middle to late Neolithic life. A barangay system was in existence by 1569. Records show no sign of Islamic rule nor any authority surpassing the Datu. Pre-colonial leadership was based on strength, courage, and intelligence. The natives seemed apolitical. Thus the Datu's influence mattered most during crises like wars. Otherwise, early Bicol society remained family-centered, and the leader was the head of the family. The Spanish influence in Bicol resulted mainly from the efforts of Augustinian and Franciscan Spanish missionaries. The first churches in Bicol, the San Francisco Church, and a Naga Cathedral, both in Naga, along with the Holy Cross Parish in Nabua, Camarines Sur, are instituted by the Holy Order of the Franciscans. One of the oldest dioceses in the Philippines, the Archdiocese of Caceres, was also instituted in the Bicol region. During this time, Bicol was dotted by many astilleros which were focused on constructing Manila galleons from the local hardwood forests. Administrative divisions. The region comprises 6 provinces: Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Sorsogon, and the island provinces of Catanduanes and Masbate. As of 2015, Camarines Sur is the region's largest province in area and population, occupying 5,481.6 square kilometers, or around 30.4% of the total land area, with a population of 1,952,544. Catanduanes is the smallest in area as well as population, with only 1,511.5 square kilometers, or 8.4% of the total regional area, and a population of 260,964. The region has 1 independent component city, Naga, and 6 component cities, Iriga, Legazpi, Ligaya, Masbate City, Sorsogon City, and Abaca. Masbate and Sorsogon are cities in their eponymous provinces. Demographics. Bicol region has a population of 5,796,989 as of 2015 census, growing at an average annual rate of 1.29% between 2010 and 2015. The region's population density increased to 320 persons per square kilometer in 2015. In 1970, Camarines Sur was the only province with close to 1 million population. Albay, which was next in rank, reached the 1970 population level of Camarines Sur only 20 years later. Masbate and Sorsogon were in the same level every census year from 1970 to 1980. It is noteworthy that distribution and growth of the 1970 population were towards areas that were sparsely populated but agriculturally rich and/or endowed with fishery resources. The island province of Catanduanes and its municipalities have exhibited very low population growth from 1970 to 1980. In 1980, the pattern was towards urbanization. This was due to the pull of newly installed infrastructures, particularly roads, and the sporadic growth of trade in strategically situated municipalities that have better economic opportunities. The 1990 growth originated from the strong attraction of employment opportunities in established urban centers, which have become a source of growth of adjacent municipalities. This situation was highly evident in Ragay and Legazpi areas, whose surrounding municipalities exhibited high growth rates. Unmistakably, the spillover effects of development permeated those initial high growth areas. Looking at the growth rates, all of the 5 provinces registered positive increases except for the province of Camarines Norte. Most evident were those for the provinces of Catanduanes, Masbate and Sorsogon, all of whom registered more than 50% increments in the 1980 to 1990 and 1990 to 2000 periods. The positive increase in the growth rate of Catanduanes was attributed to the improved sea transport facilities for ferrying people and cargo to and for the port of Abaca, the opening of the port of San Andres and the rehabilitation of Virac port likewise provided better access to goods and services in the province. The Bicolanos are descended from the Austronesian-speaking immigrants who came from southern China during the Iron Age. Many of Bicolanos also have Chinese, Arab, and Spanish admixtures. Most of the townsfolk have Spanish mixtures and the languages referred to as Bicol-Bicolano. The Bicolano language is very fragmented, and its dialects are mutually incomprehensible to speakers of other Bicolano dialects. The majority of the Bicolano people are devout Roman Catholics due to the Spanish conquering the country and converting them to the religion. Catholic Mass is celebrated daily in many churches in the Bicol region. Language: the people of the Bicol region, called Bicolanos, speak any of the several languages of the Bicol language family, called Bicol macro-languages, and Austronesian languages closely grouped under the Central Philippine languages family such as the Visayan languages and Tagalog. The 4 major groups of language in Bicol are Coastal Bicol, Inland Bicol, Pandan Bicol and Bisaycol. The majority of Bicolanos understand and speak Central Bicol language since it is the language used in literature and mass media, but with varying degrees. A known misconception of many Bicolanos is that Central Bicol, used in the cities of Legazpi and Naga, is the standard Bicol. Central Bicol, though spoken by the majority and with speakers represented in all provinces in the region, is not a standard Bicol since other forms of Bicol used in the region are separate languages and usually unintelligible. However, the standard form of Central Bicol language is the Canaman dialect. Other Bicol languages are Rinconada Bicol, spoken in southern part of Camarines Sur province, Pandan Bicol, spoken in northern part of Catanduanes Island, and the Albay-Bicol group of languages that include Buhinon, Liban, West Miraya and East Miraya. Albay-Bicol speakers can be found in Buhi, Camarines Sur, central and eastern parts of Albay and in Donsol, Sorsogon. The standard form of Rinconada Bicol both in pronunciation and writing is the Sinabukid dialect of Ariga variant. On the other hand, Buhinon of Buhi, Camarines Sur and Liban of Liban, Albay are the languages that are only used in the respective municipalities. Rinconada-Bicol and Albay-Bicol, a group of languages, are members of Inland Bicol, while Pandan-Bicol is the only language with no sub-languages or division. The majority of the population in Masbate and Sorsogon speaks Patino and Sorsogon respectively. The two are Visayan languages but heavily influenced by Bicol languages, thus tagged and collectively referred to as Bisakal, a portmanteau of Bazaar and Bicol. Aside from Masbatino, three more Visayan languages are spoken in Masbate, including Hiligaynon and Ilonggo spoken in the southwestern tip, while Cebuano and Wari-Wari are spoken in the southern part of the island province respectively. Tagalog is the dominant and native language of Bicolanos living in the municipalities in the northern half of Camarines Norte. Bicolanos also speak and understand Filipino, the national language of the Philippines. English is widely understood in businesses, schools and public places. Religion: the region retains Roman Catholicism as the overwhelming religion of the great majority. The Catholic religion has the highest number of followers than any other area in the Philippines. The Catholic Church grew in the Bicol region through the efforts of the bishops from Nueva Cáceres from the late 14th century until the Philippine Revolution in 1898. Naga, Camarines Sur is the religious center of the Bicol region. The region houses one of the oldest dioceses in the Philippines, the Ecclesiastical Archdiocese of Cáceres, which is centered in Naga, Camarines Sur. Other dioceses included the dioceses of Legazpi, Sorsogon, Dat, Masbate, Libmanan and Virac. Fiestas are annual celebrations of parishes, from a simple barrio fiesta honoring a patron associated for good harvest, to a town fiesta honoring a miraculous saint, a diocesan fiesta like the Feast of Our Lady of Salvation, or a regional one such as the Our Lady of Penafrancia Fiesta, the largest Marian devotion in Asia, a week-long celebration to honor the Virgin Mary, dubbed as the patroness of Bicolandia. In Luzon, the Bicol region holds the most number of men entering the seminary for Catholic priesthood, or women entering the religious life to become Catholic nuns. This can be accredited to the Holy Rosary Seminary, Daughters of Mary, and Daughters of Charity convents in Naga. The largest minority religion in the region is Iglesia Ni Cristo, known for its magnificent worship buildings, commonly called chapels or capilla, with towering spires that dot the Bicol landscape. Each province represents one ecclesiastical district with the exception of Camarines Sur, which is divided into two, Camarines Southwest E.D. in Naga, and Camarines Southeast E.D. in Ragay City. In total, Inc. has 7 ecclesiastical districts in the Bicol region. The Chapel of Local Congregation of Legazpi, Albay, is the biggest. Other religions are also well represented in Bicol, such as Protestants, denominations of Seventh-day Adventist Church, Baptist Church, Pentecostal, born-again culture and traits. The Bicolano cuisine is primarily noted for the prominent use of chili peppers and gata in its food. A classic example is the gulinalada, known outside the region as Bicol Express, a well-loved dish using siling labayo and the aforementioned gata. Like their other neighboring regions, Bicolanos are also expected to lend a hand in household work. They are even anticipated to offer assistance after being married. On the other hand, Bicolano men are expected to assume the role of becoming the primary source of income and financial support of his family. Bicolanos are also known for being very religious. The place is known for Senora de Penafrancia. Bicolanos are often sweet, regionalistic, friendly, adventurous, puts high importance on education and social status. Contrary to what is believed, not all Bicolanos are fond of chili. Men often know how to cook. Economy. Bicol region has a large amount of rich flat land, and agriculture is the largest component of the economy, followed by commercial fishing. Coconuts, abaca, banana, coffee, and jackfruit are the top 5 permanent crops in the region. Rice and corn are among the chief seasonal crops. Mining is also one of the contributors to the region's economy. Commercial fishing is also important, with 13 major fishing grounds supplying fish markets in places as far as Metro Manila. Tourism. A region's tourism industry has been revived by the popularity of Mayon Volcano, the new Camp Shore water sports complex, whale shark spotting, among others, which consequently increased the number of upscale resorts. Naga City has its colonial churches and pilgrimages to Our Lady of Penafrancia. The municipality of Det and Catanduanes province have long been destinations for surfers. The opening of the Southern Luzon International Airport in Legazpi City, which is under construction, is hoped to further boost tourism in the region. Festivals. Abaca Festival is an annual cultural celebration of the province. It cognizance of the importance of Abaca in the local economy and the need to showcase its versatility as a major source of livelihood and craft material, which has brought Catanduanes fame and fortune. The festival will showcase the life and resilient spirit of the Catanduanan and its culture, as well as the uniqueness and exoticness of the island and its people. The main features of the festival are Padadyaginam Langana Padadyakan Abaca, Pinukpok Fashion Show, Urag Catanduanan Sports Competitions, Kantang Catanduanan Musika Kanila, Festival Dance Competition, Binibini and en.wikipedia, Hagyan sa Kabatunan and Jobs Fair. It happens every 4th week of May. Catanduanes Festival is an annual prime celebration of the island province. It is the anniversary celebration and tribute to its founders, to continuously remind the people of Catanduanes of the province's independence from the province of Albay. The main features of the festival are street dancing, pantomime dance, beauty pageant, agro-trade fair, sports fest, guided tour, surfing cup, art, photo exhibits, etc. It happens every 24th–26 October. Camarines Festival, a showcase of events highlighted by a street presentation participated in by the town's different public and private schools and sectors, gives a week of fun and merriment to visitors and locals. Held every 3rd week of August in Tiwi, the religious package of devotion and prayer in honor of Albay's patroness, Nuestra Señora de Salvacion, is the peak event of the festival, colorfully drawing thousands of devotees and religious groups through a long maritime procession of different local sea vessels on the sea spray of the serene Pacific Ocean, going to the quiet barangay of Jorawan, the home of the miraculous image. Ibalong Festival, a non-religious festival in Legazpi City, Albay, held during August. Cadagatan Festival, formerly called the Bankathon Race. The festival is a water sport activity participated in by fishermen from the different municipalities of Albay, aimed to give recognition and at the same time provide a venue to the fishermen to show the strength, skills, and contributions to the socio-economic development of the region. Held in Bacajay every Black Saturday. Camandagan Festival. Naga City celebrates the Camandagan Festival every Christmas time. It begins with the lighting of the Christmas village in the Plaza Quezon stand. After the lighting of the Christmas village, 6 locally handmade stars, known locally as paroles, are lighted with different meanings. Love, progress, peace, happiness, prosperity, and joy symbolize the stars. The giant Christmas tree is lighted 12 weeks before Christmas. Every night, different fantasy-themed Christmas shows are held in the Plaza Quezon. A grand Christmas bazaar is also held near the cathedral, exhibiting different talents in magic, trickery, beauty, and brains. The bazaar also has some stores that sell locally made Christmas-themed products for visitor. Catanduanes and Festival. The festivity retraces the valiant story of the virgins of the town who worked hard in making Lamon as one of the earliest settlements in Albay. Featured activities are trade fairs, shows, and street dancing. Held every second week of July. Canalis Festival. Naga City celebrates Canalis Festival during its yearly anniversary of chartership or cityhood. It honors the most famous local delicacies, the Canalis, and siling labayo, with it having a food contest. Also known as Charter Day Festival, different organizations and schools compete in sports and academics, as sponsored by the local government. Miguel Yan Festival. In admiration of the majestic Namayan's beauty and splendor, this festival is dubbed as Miguel Yan, a Bicol term which means beautiful. Our Lady of Penafrancia Festival. The Feast of Our Lady of Penafrancia is celebrated on the third Saturday of September in Naga City, Bicol, Philippines. All roads and routes will lead to Naga City and Camarines Sur, where 6 million Bicolanos from here and abroad will flock to that progressive city to pay honor to the Virgin of Penafrancia, miraculous patroness of the Bicol region. Bicolanos from all walks of life will be in Naga City to meet the relatives and partidarios, share food, drinks, and prayers with them, and most of all, to pay homage and make thanksgiving to the Virgin of Penafrancia, whom the Bicolanos fondly call Ina. Through the Franciscans, the annual Feast of the Virgin of Penafrancia, the patroness of Bicolandia, was instituted. Fr. Miguel Robles asked a local artist to carve a replica of the statue of the Virgin in Salamanca. Now, the statue is celebrated through an annual fluvial procession and regional feast in Naga City. The Regional Civic Parade, Regional Military Parade, Pagzawic Festival, the act of thanksgiving for Ginobatan's growth, development, and progress, fitted in with the people's gesture of offering for the bountiful harvest. Held every 9th–15 August. Rodeo Patino Festival is an annual event which takes place in Masbate City, which showcases skills in livestock handling, such as lassoing, wrestling, and riding cattle. Also included in the event are a fair and exhibitions and trade of cattle and horses. The event has taken place every summer since 1993 in the province of Masbate, which is traditionally considered the cattle country of the Philippines. Salingoy Festival. Salingoy is a Bicol term that literally means looking back. A century of devotion to one of Bacagay's patron saints, Nuestra Señora de los Emperadores. Salingoy Festival came into being, a centennial commemoration of unbroken reverence to God's blessings and bounty. Salingoy looks back with humility by reminiscing into the richness of fidelity to Our Lady and to relive Bacagay's historical, socio-cultural, and religious heritage. Held every August 9th up to 15. Sarang Bangi, an annual fun-filled 8-day summer festivity immortalizing the timeless love song Sarang Bangi, and a tribute to its composer, Potenciano V. Gregorio. Held every 18th–25th of May in Stowe. Domingad. The Sarang Bangi Festival showcases a variety of cultural and religious activities. The entire colorful performance is shown at nighttime when the street parade routes are brightly lighted with large torches. The whole town becomes a true picture of rural life, with the multitude of people occupying the streets to watch and join the nighttime merriment. Tinagbuan Festival. This festivity is in honor of the city's city's patron saint, St. Stephen Protomata, held every Christmas Day. Tinagbuan, from the term Tagbuan, which means converging point, is exactly the essence of this festival, as it enables Ligaoners to come back to Ligao for a blessed reunion with the families and friends. The festival's highlight is the street dance presentation. Geology. Bicol Region is highly volcanic in origin and part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, known as the Bicol Volcanic Arc chain. The volcanoes are the results of the Philippine Sea plates subducting under the Philippine Mobile Belt. Along the Philippine Trench, volcanism is evident by the number of hot springs, crater lakes, and volcanoes that dot the region, starting from Mount Labo in Camarines Norte to the Gatlin Mountains in Matnog. Sorsogon. Namayan volcano is the most prominent of the volcanoes in the region, famous for its perfect conical shape and for being the most active in the Philippines. Its eruptions have repeatedly inflicted disasters on the region, but during lulls in activity, it is a particularly magnificent peak. The southernmost tip of the peninsula is dominated by Bulusan volcano, the other active volcano in the region. Tiwi and Albay and the Bacon Manito area between Sorsogon and Albay are the sites of two major geothermal fields that contribute substantially to the Luzon power grid. Volcanoes from north to south. Education. From 1945 until 2011, the basic education system was composed of 6 years of elementary education starting at the age of 6, and 4 years of high school education starting at the age of 12. Further education was provided by technical or vocational schools, or in higher education institutions such as universities. Although the 1987 Constitution stated that elementary education was compulsory, this was never enforced. In 2011, the country started to transition from its old 10-year basic educational system to a K-12 educational system, as mandated by the Department of Education. The new 12-year system is now compulsory, along with the adoption of new curriculum for all schools. The transition period will end with the 2017-2018 school year, which is the graduation date for the first group of students who entered the new educational system. All public schools in the Philippines must start classes on the date mandated by the Department of Education since the presidency of Joseph Estrada in 1999, and must end after each school completes the mandated 200-day school calendar organized by the Department of Education. Private schools are not obliged to abide by a specific date but must open classes no later than the last week of August. Notable Bicolanos.